In the dawn of time, before the sun warmed the peaks of Greece, the universe was a theater of shadow and raw elemental power. This was the age of the Titans, led by the iron-fisted Cronus. A world without mercy, where the foundations of reality were shaped by ancient, primordial giants who ruled over a cold and chaotic earth. Cronus, the king of the Titans, lived in perpetual fear. A prophecy had foretold that he, like his father before him, would be brought low by one of his own children. To defy destiny, he committed a chilling act as each of his children was born. He swallowed them whole, imprisoning his kin within his own body to secure his eternal throne. But a mother's love is a force even a king cannot conquer. Rhea, grieving for her lost children, sought to save her youngest son, Zeus, deep within the shadows of a hidden cave on Mount Ida. She held the infant close. In a desperate gamble, she wrapped a stone in swaddling clothes, tricking Cronus while the true king was whisked away to safety. Zeus was raised in secret on the island of Crete, nurtured by nymphs and protected by the wild spirits of the forest. Far from his father's gaze, the boy thrived in a lush emerald paradise. It was here, amidst the whispering leaves and flowing waterfalls, that the future king of the gods first learned the language of the wind and the rhythm of the storm. As the years passed, the boy grew into a man of unmatched power. His training was rigorous. He wrestled with the tempests and raced with the lightning. Every strike of his fist echoed like thunder, and every spark from his fingertips promised a coming revolution. He was no longer a hidden child, but a storm waiting to be unleashed upon the world. The time for hiding had ended. Zeus, now a formidable warrior with an aura of regal authority, returned to face his father. Armed with a divine potion and the weight of his mother's hope, he confronted Cronus. The moment of reckoning had arrived, a clash that would shatter the old world and herald the birth of a new era for gods and men alike. With the Titans distracted, Zeus forced Cronus to disgorge his siblings. From the darkness of the Titan's belly, 5 gods emerged, bathed in a blinding celestial light: Hades, Poseidon, Hera, Demeter, and Hestia. Reunited and fueled by a shared desire for justice, the siblings stood together, their divine radiance illuminating the dark halls of the Titan stronghold. The great rebellion, known as the Titanomachy, had begun. It was a war that lasted 10 years, shaking the very pillars of the earth. The skies were torn apart as Zeus hurled thunderbolts that leveled mountains. The Titans fought back with ancient fury, throwing massive rocks and stirring the seas into a violent frenzy. The cosmic balance hung by a thread. Poseidon, the earthshaker, rose from the depths, tilting the oceans against the Titan armies. Vast tidal waves crashed against the cliffs, dragging the giants into the abyss. Beside him, Hades moved like a shadow, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. Together, the brothers formed an unstoppable tide of divine retribution that the old guard could not withstand. In the final climactic encounter, Zeus ascended to the highest peak. He called upon the full power of the heavens, his body becoming a conduit for the ultimate storm. With a roar that echoed through eternity, he launched the master bolt. The strike was so powerful it blinded the sun, finally breaking the spirit of the Titans and ending their long reign. Defeated and broken, the Titans were cast down into the darkest depths of the underworld, into the eternal prison of Tartarus. The heavy bronze gates were sealed forever, ensuring that the chaos of the old world would never again threaten the peace. The age of darkness was over, and the era of light had finally begun. From the ashes of the Great War, a new sanctuary was built. Mount Olympus was transformed into a golden citadel shimmering above the clouds. It became the seat of power for the new rulers of the world, the Olympians. Under the leadership of Zeus, the world began to heal, blossoming under the watchful eyes of the gods who had fought for its freedom. Zeus ascended to his throne, the undisputed king of the gods. He stood at the summit, his lightning bolt crackling with a gentle, controlled energy. He looked out over the world he had saved, a world now filled with harmony and potential. Beside him, his brothers and sisters took their places, forming a council that would guide humanity for ages to come. His journey from a hidden infant to the master of the heavens was complete. He had faced his fears, united his family, and challenged the very stars to forge a better destiny. The legendary life of Zeus became the foundation of all myth, a story of courage, power, and the triumph of the spirit over the chains of the past. And so, the reign of the Olympians began, a time of wonder and legend that would be whispered in the halls of history forever. Zeus, the king of the gods, remains a symbol of the storm's power and the light's resilience. The legacy of the lightning continues to burn bright in the hearts of all who dare to dream of greatness. The saga ends, but the legend is eternal.